Hi there, beautiful wonderful people. Hi, how are you all doing? Thank you so much for coming along. Today is episode 14 of the Atomless, which is our little Starfinder show over here on the Welcome In. My name is Matthew Eggborough, Captain Crail, and I gotta do some social shit. I stream Monday to Thursdays, normally, hopefully, probably, from my channel, which is the Captain Crail. I also GM this, or Space God this, and then that's it. I do some shit on Twitter. There you go. Go over to the Twitter, which is at Matthew Eckberg. Okay. Who wants to go next? What quirky little introduction socials thing do we have? Momo O'Brien, let's go.
Hello, my name is Momo O'Brien. You can find me everywhere at Momo_O'Brien. This is my Animal Crossing island. Get a good look of the cute little pastels. And I make content about immersive experiences.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Are we just showing off stuff this
We're just
time?
showing off stuff. It's show and tell. Yeah, it's show and tell. Show and tell Atomless edition.
Hey everybody. My name is Andre Vera Art. I got a fucking Lego dinosaur fossil.
Fuck, that is dope, actually. That's so sick.
It's so sick. You can find me at Andre Vera Art on Twitter and on Instagram. You can also go to my website, andrevera.art, where you can see my illustration portfolio. This dinosaur's jaw fully opens and can stay open. You can move him up and down. You can bend the tail a little bit.
Can you get him? Can you get him to do the little dance?
You can spread out his arms.
Yeah. Okay, wonderful. Beautiful.
This.
Perfect.
You can also on my website see my other actual plays, such as The Atomless, The Tragedy Theologian, Redline, Unicorn Hunt, and Power Rangers, which is fun. And check my social media if my commissions are open.
Perfect. Who's gonna come to show and tell next, gang?
Me. My turn. I'm Dylan, or Super Dylan, everywhere on the internet. I go by she, he, and they pronouns, all of them, baby. And this is my Pog Slammer collection. Specifically, this is my Pepe Le Pew Slammer, with which I have made many nerds cry.
I can't believe we hung out for an extended period of time and we didn't play Pogs or whatever the fuck.
Did you have any to lose to me?
We couldn't have even played a cheeky casual game.
Casual.
I would have bought Pogs.
God, what is the world coming to?
Can you buy Pogs in anywhere that's anywhere anymore? Do they even exist outside of the
noughties? Yes. Yeah, you can buy them still.
Just make your own out of salami. That's a real thing, I promise.
I believe it.
Oh my god.
I would have made salami.
Reference. Absolutely unbelievable.
Alright, you go now. You go. You're done. Pog Slammers away. Your fun little reference.
My show and tell is going to take me a little extra second because I need to walk up and grab something. Hey, my name is Noordine Ali Kadir. My pronouns are he, him. You can catch me all over the interwebs at Werewolf Fields. If there's a Werewolf Fields, it's probably me. Like, at least 20 times out of 21. Nice. And as for my show and tell, 1 second.
Oh my god. I cannot even imagine what this is going to be.
My show and tell, I didn't do one. My show and tell is this little rat. Oh, it's a dog!
Oh
my god!
That's a fucking dog.
That's
I
a
can't
whole.
do it right now because I don't want to put headphones in. He'll just rip them out.
Oh
but this is Henry,
my
puppy,
god!
And he's 2 years old. And his favorite thing. What's your favorite thing, buddy? It's whipped cream.
Aww, that's great.
Go back to your nap.
Oh my god!
Okay.
He woke him up just for that. Wow.
Yeah, that's some fucking dedication.
Wow, I love that dog.
That was powerful.
Appreciate their sacrifice.
Their sleepy sacrifice.
Thank you for showing us your dog.
Thank you so much.
Very good.
Yeah. Okay, heroes. Would we like to find stars? Find some stars?
Mm-hmm.
I'd hope so.
I'm ready to be a liability.
We're gonna be at least 1 star.
Previously
on the Atomless.
Azhaam, he.
Ike. She.
My name is Theriac.
What's up? My name's Skye. Welcome to the Patchwork, my dudes.
Everyone, welcome to Wild Times.
You are trying to merchandise the organisms, the specimens?
Sometimes foundations need to change for something to grow. Do you ever think that your foundations just don't fit anymore? Like, you see Lorik, who is one of the board members. Thank God. I didn't know if you'd be here in time. I don't know what is happening to the park, but things are weird. I don't think Kiskak went on holiday at all. And then there is a shot that rings out as this purple energy is sucked out of Lorik's head, and they fall down. And this huge bolt of energy shoots out and hits all 5 of you. You slowly begin to shrink. Skye, I would like you to make me a will save, please. You're going to take, you just need to write this down, 1 corruption as this zombied curse begins to inflict your mind. The acid has successfully made its way into your bloodstream and is slowly turning you into one of these slug zombies. So that's 2 of 3.
Oh.
How are we gonna tell our friends that that's a 6? Am I a zombie for like ever?
And we're gonna make our way over to Mr. Wilde's residency.
Four creatures sit unaware of their place in a grand plan. A plan made in folly. Plan made of dreams, if such creatures can even dream. These 4 creatures may never know their place. They may die before they find out. They may already be piecing together what their destiny is. But for now, they get on with their daily routine, unaware of any grand plan. Theriac and Azhaam. Nice.
Sorry, I tried so hard. Like I was in a movie theater. I'm so sorry.
Theriac and Azhaam.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You sit on the monorail. It's silent beating against it, the tracks sways you in your little cabin. You are alone. No one else is allowed in the park at this time, unless they're a very, very specific VIP guest. But since the park's closed, everyone just sits in Raven's Roost. You're going to the residence of the co-founder, Mr. Wilde. They are at the absolute top of Raven's Roost, sitting in the beak of one of the embossed ravens on the side of this giant orb that sits like a second moon looking over Wild Times. The journey takes about 15 minutes. Is there anything that either of you would like to say to each other as you go?
I think Theriac is fairly quiet for most of the ride. Just kind of processing. And still, like, kind of, obviously, like discombobulated. But also, there is, Azhaam can feel a sense of anger coming off of Theriac.
You want to talk about it? I mean, if you want, we could just sit here and be mopey. Azhaam's taking out a little file and is just, it is not a pleasant noise, scraping some of the craggier bits off of his knuckles.
I just don't. I don't feel very respected.
By who?
By most people.
Do I live in a planet covered in noxious gas spewing volcanoes? Well, for a while it was. There's these little creatures. They're called Glashawks. They're well, basically, they're a bag with a face. If I'm to put it that way, inflates with this carbon dioxide, nitrogen spewing gas, goes up above the skyline, and then reinflates with oxygen, and brings it back down. Well, it's an oxygen hybrid. It's heavy. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to explain it to you. You're a biologist. A lot of people have a tendency, especially when they come to our planet for the first time, to think them as minor annoyances. But without them, a lot of people wouldn't be able to breathe. I go back to filing my knuckles. Respect is not what's important, Theriac. As much as it's nice to feel it. Knowing that you are an integral part of this place. I mean, you know, I don't really like love wild times, but without you, there would be no wild times. Who needs respect when you're integral?
I don't agree. I don't think I'm integral anymore. I'm no longer the keystone species, I suppose. They have what they want. They have the process by which to biohack these creatures. After that, what am I good for? A spokesperson? They already have feet for that. I know that they were always driven by capitalist forces, yes. But I would have hoped my idea had some hold. My principles would have hold.
Principles often make way for profit when it comes to people like these. Because we've been told, well, not me, but you know, galaxy at large, has been told that morality is equal to one's profit. Power is equal to one's profit. And in some cases, more truthfully, safety, comfort, all equal to one's profit. If you're not profitable, you can hardly live comfortably, right? Because we've tied them so closely together. Well, not we, but my point, it doesn't matter what your principles are, because your principles are second to morality. And morality, this galaxy's morality, dictates that profit is what makes you good or bad. Look at Saga. Our planet has seen more destruction than most, right? What makes a good person on Saga? According to many people, it's living on the upper decks. Living on lower decks means that you're dirty, uneducated, rowdy, every synonym you can think of, perhaps without exactly saying bad or evil. But nonetheless. And of course, situations like that turn people like Tommy into cruel, hardened people. People like me. Because once you've been told you're bad long enough, well, it's a hop, skip, and a jump from being bad yourself. Theriac, it's not that your principles weren't good enough. It's not that you didn't care enough. It's that you're fighting against an inbuilt system built over millennia upon millennia. It was going to fall eventually. But you made it last for a very long time. Don't discredit yourself just because other people do. No good ever comes from it.
I'm not even mad about the park. I knew it was going to turn into this at some point. It's looking back towards like the actual wilderness behind Wild Times. It's about that. It's all I wanted to do was to just try and funnel some awareness and a way for people to comprehend what's going on and stop it from being buried under all the headlines and advertisements and distractions and just...
And so what? It's over now? You lost? Wild Times is now a corporate shill? And
It's not about Wild Times.
Mate.
It's not about Wild Times. It's about the wild. You can't replace that.
There are far too many things called wild in this bloody planet. I understand. But that just means you need to find a new tactic. That's all. Then try again. And again. And again. You don't give up until you find yourself locked away for decades. And even then, you think to yourself, well, how do I find a new solution to a very old problem? Giving up, Theriac, is a dead man's game. And you're far from dead. But I get it. You want to commiserate. So, how do you commiserate? Do you soak your roots in alcohol?
I work, I suppose. But
God, you are. I'm sorry, that is the most depressing thing I've ever heard, and my planet isn't ruined.
it's what I do to cope. It's not...
Is it what you do to cope or what you do to hide?
I don't really want to talk about this right now.
Okay. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut till we get to this Mr. What is he like?
How would you describe him, Matt?
He is a very blunt man, but not without his charm. He recruited you first and managed to get you on the ship to come here before it was anything. And although, again, very blunt and off-putting to most, does have a loyal streak to people that do them well. Has been very good had your back in a lot of times.
He is loyal if you share in that loyalty with him. He's forward, but also quite the charmer. It was easy to co-sign with him. I'll say that.
Theriac, forgive me for asking. Is your relationship with him more than just professional?
No. It's pretty strictly business. I mean, we've spent a little bit of time just, relaxing when I was first out here on a dune, but nothing really in terms of like one-on-one interpersonal bonding.
Well, he's hoping they're the right person for the job.
Gardens, I hope so.
Chin up, Theriac. What's the worst that could happen?
I'd rather not think about that.
There is a small chime as the train monorail gets into the heart of Raven's Roost. Mr. Wilde's penthouse is accessed through a lift exclusive for them and some visitors.
Well, after you, Azhaam stands up and he like bangs his fist against his hip. There's like the sound of grating obsidian. That's a bit tight.
What?
What, do you wish to meet with this person alone?
I'm not sure now is the time to be making introductions.
Theriac, I'm many things, but I'm, one, more than capable of introducing myself, and two, I'm also more than capable of sitting in the back and being muscle. Rest assured I won't talk unless I'm spoken to. Come on.
Alright. I will walk forward. Do I need to talk to the receptionist?
There's a specific keycard that you activate and it pulls the Wilde Times AI to you as a receptionist.
Cool.
You swipe your card. There is this solid red light that blinks to green as you swipe your card. And then manifesting from a line strip in the floor that goes all throughout Raven's Roost. A hologram of this translucent lion. Purple tentacles. More humanoid face. Well, hi there. How can I be of service to you today?
I'd like to request the lift to Mr. Wilde's residency.
Right, you are. Your keycard does allow you access. So let me go. Let me go ask. Disappears.
I promise you I'll show you the real subject one when this is less chaotic.
Do you think they've got stuffed animals that look like that?
Oh. There's stuffed animals, there's action figures, there's t-shirts, there's hats. The ones with like the little tentacle appendages. And the kids, they wear them and then they shake their heads.
All right.
I don't really need one. I can just do that with my bloom.
Yeah, I don't like it. This is a precarious enough situation.
Right. Yeah.
Right this way, Doctor. And the lift doors open.
You know, my mum used to bounce bells on these things to teach me good posture. So
Really?
if I shook my head too much. Ding. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it were bound. Did I ever tell you about... Never mind. It's not important. You
I am
know,
interested to hear more.
we can discuss cultural implications of Ifrit physiology some other time.
Fair enough.
You nervous? I see. Come on.
Okay.
And you get in the lift. The doors close. And as the lift moves to Mr. Wilde's apartment, we are going to move on over. Skye, what have the pair of you... What have the pair of you been up to? There is... Skye, you have recently been so poisoned that you lost your mind. You were pretty beat up, and you are there with Skye. Scrap is busying themselves. Actually, Scrap has left briefly. The medicines to make Skye speed up the anti-poison process have been delivered, and Scrap is going to the fabricator to come pick them up. So Scrap is gone. It's just the pair of you. Since it's been about 2 hours since Skye you woke up.
I'm playing a game on my communicator. Then I take a short break to text in the group chat. You guys okay? I'm not worried or anything. Delete. And then I send that. And I'm just playing the communicator. Just like, what are you guys up to?
But they haven't responded in a bit.
I know. I'm not worried or anything.
I am, so that's okay. You do need rest. How are you feeling so far?
If I said fighting fit, would you test me on it?
I wouldn't fight you. But I would question that because I think it only has been a little bit and you went through quite an ordeal. So
Yeah. I mean, not the first time I've been brainwashed and lost all sense of agency.
oh, do you want to talk about that?
No.
Okay.
I don't even want to think about it. 'Cause
Uh-huh.
You've seen what happens when I am confronted with that information. I lose all of my marbles, and I just got my marbles back.
100%. I just figured I'd check, just in case.
No, that's a really nice thing for you to do. Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome. Well, let's maybe at least just get this second round of anti poison in you before we start testing your bow staffing skills.
Is Scrap gonna be back soon?
He just went to go grab the medication, so I think he should be.
What does this mean?
Shh. Doors open. Scrap comes in. A small bag with just a white bag with like nothing on it, and hands kind of full of like drinks and little snacks.
Those
Right.
for us?
Yeah, I know we're not staying, and we have other things that we're probably gonna need to do tonight. But whilst these settle in you, like while the medicine settles, Skye, I do want you to eat some food. All right? It's
I want me to eat some food too. I'm glad we're on the
good.
same page. Thank you.
Pushes this like these like armfuls of like sweets, and there's like some vending machine sandwiches and drinks and stuff onto the bed. How we feeling? Y'all feeling okay?
I'm feeling much better physically and mentally. The fact that I'm essentially useless is making me freak out a little bit, but I think we're handling it okay.
I mean, you're not useless, are you?
No, I'm never really useless. I get that, but I am still very tired, quite weak. I was poisoned and, zombified by a slug. Cut me some slack, dude.
Yeah, no, I understand. I mean, hey, if anyone's going to be talking about useless around here, I fully blanked out whilst you two were fighting the Heth back on Helium. So...
You blacked out?
No, I just zoned out. I was not there at all. I joined way too late.
You were
Scrap.
just enjoying a comedy show.
Yeah,
Well,
but
Scrap,
still,
you know
it doesn't
where
feel
we'd
great.
be? You know where we'd be without you?
Hmm.
Me and well, maybe not I, but I'd definitely be back on Saga. Everybody else would be on the VA-11.
No. I'm not having this. This isn't a, oh, let's all feel bad for Scrap. This is a, I understand where you're coming from. About what happened earlier, I understand where you're coming from. I just want everyone to know that I sympathize with things and I'm not good at addressing it with words, okay? I know that I'm not useless. I just mean I understand the feeling.
Okay.
Alright?
You get a text back from Theriac. Meeting with the... Oh, sorry. Hold on. Dear colleagues.
Gods.
Azhaam and I are managing. We are currently on our way to Raven's Roost to meet with the other co-founder of Wild Times. We will see if this meeting is fruitful and if we can find any other information from this, and hopefully come out with possibly an ally. Wishing you well, Skye. Theriac.
I'm reading this
Colleagues.
over. I'm reading this over Theriac's shoulder as they're typing, and I immediately reply with, "This is not a will, nor is it a last testament. I have no idea why it was written in such a way."
Oh my.
Oh my god, Azhaam, no one was thinking that till you said that!
God, they... What's up?
Hey, Andre.
Mm-hmm.
May I request a narrative bone to be thrown my way? Would
Sure.
Theriac have mentioned the name Mr. Wilde? Or would
Yes.
they not?
Yes.
would've?
I did I not say Mr. Wilde?
No. I was
Okay.
That's why I was typing. I was
Yeah,
looking
okay,
for that. Because
cool. Yeah, I
Momo
would have
has
said
a
Mr.
theory.
Wilde.
Momo has a theory that might be absolutely nothing, but it could also make the meeting you're going into very dramatic, and I live for the drama. So, Skye is going to Message back. Do we know the first name of Mr. Wilde?
Matt? No?
Nope.
Wait a minute.
You went into business.
Was just like Mr. is purely a formality. Goes by Wilde.
Hold on. I want to double check something because my brain is on fire.
Are we checking our messages?
Momo, I want to know what's inside your brain because I
I'm
feel like
checking-
whatever it is right.
Oh, it is just wild. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm like just beginning to wonder if we're gonna go up there and see a robot or a hologram or a clone of Theriac at this point. I honestly
Oh my god, can you imagine? That would be wild. But Tish.
no, not
A
wild.
full orphan black situation.
Yeah. Yeah, so Theriac, you get the text. Of do we know the first name?
Just goes by Wilde, Wilde.
Hey, Ike. Scrap.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
We might want to be prepared to get out of here really fast. I'm gonna
Oh.
do some breathing exercises.
Okay.
Scrap texts. Where did you meet Wilde? Question mark. Were they called Wilde before the park?
Oh, for fuck's sake! Is it another Void member? I say that out loud to Theriac. How many bloody? Can't be more of them, right? How many people do they have? Honestly. Seems like every week. Boom, another Void member. Boom, another Void member. Nice to meet you. My name is, I don't know, Parking Garage.
I live in a metaphorical and sometimes literal den of snakes.
Skye,
Yeah?
you do those breathing exercises. I'm gonna try something.
Okay, I'm not doing really well. I think I might have stopped breathing altogether.
No! No! I refuse that!
Scrap, remember when we first got here and I asked if they were taking money from the void and everybody gave me shit for it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
I
a good
remembered
call.
that.
Why, I'm
When
going
we
to
get outta
delete
here.
Skye's information from the medical record on this computer system.
Give me a computers check.
Okay.
Scrap, do they have my blood? Do they take my blood?
17?
Yeah, you managed to full blast all records.
Okay.
If they're like a void member, then what, Theriac has just been working with the void this whole time?
I mean, the void is everywhere. That's why I asked.
I'm not surprised. They are literally everywhere. Especially in
Also-
this system.
Also, we're not dead yet. We might be overthinking this.
Maybe they left. Wanted to just become a company person. We did. We kept our names.
Should text Hive. I should text Hive.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to text Hive.
I do text Hive.
What do you text Hive?
How did Theriac spell his name? It was with an E at the end, right?
Wilde.
Yeah.
I text Hive Wilde question mark space and then an emoji of a black hole and hit send.
The message goes to send, but is in that like grey space for a bit when it hasn't quite been delivered. And then
Is there a button?
a little exclamation mark comes up next to it as not sent.
So we can't get stuff through to Saga.
Right, I forgot.
Right. We might be okay. This person has clearly worked with Theriac before. We don't even know if they're void. They might be X. Or maybe still working. I mean, we are still working. Not working with them, but I at least still get texts occasionally.
At this moment, there's a voice call for everyone in the group who is not Theriac. From me, from Azhaam.
You're there.
Well, Theriac's with me. I have speaker on.
Scrap answers and then puts it on speaker and puts it down.
Hello?
I'm figuring this is probably better than us just thinking on our own and getting into our heads, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So what are we... More void, right? Was what we're all thinking.
Yeah, I think so. But it might not be the worst. They might be, they've been working with Theriac this whole time, didn't reveal the fact they were void, or get Theriac involved.
Theriac?
I did not know about Void until literally I met all of you.
Well,
I've heard them in the news. I have no other context for them outside of meeting you all.
Okay, well, does Mr. Wilde ever talk about friends with strange mononyms, you know? Milk shop.
I can't think of. I would have remembered those. It's just other people. Like I know a Jack and a Salak and Jadub and I met Lynn through.
I don't know, Theriac. I have a feeling that names like that could just fly right over your very big head. Big as in you're smart.
Okay. Well, all right. My question is, do we know how Wilde got so much money? You know, with which to fund the park?
Should I roll it like a...
No. They are really good. They knew a lot of people who ended up investing. They were very good at selling the park to others and big investors who ended up becoming the board. But that is just very normal how business stuff works for other people.
Yeah. I just relay that, basically.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So then maybe Scrap is right. Maybe they are ex-void, and maybe we don't... maybe this won't be as terrible as we're all imagining.
I mean, right now, we're seemingly in an endless elevator up to a void member's room, so... couldn't possibly get worse.
It is a really long lift. You're right.
He lives at the very, very top. I live actually at the very, very bottom.
Can you leave us on the line when you get there?
Quiet. Here, I know how to mute us.
I mean, if I were... Look, I'm not exactly technologically proficient, but if I was a Mr. Wilde, and I happen to work for Void, and I also happen to have billions and 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 billions, a lot of money, what I'd probably do is make some kind of blocker. You know? But we can try.
Can definitely try.
Worth a shot.
Ready.
Okay.
All right. Real quick, because I do feel like the lift is about to hit the room.
It's a
You
really
feel like
long
you're
elevator.
It
Yeah.
gets really fucking long.
Your lift intuition.
You feel like you're in the lift. Okay. Oh, look, the light's going up. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Look.
see it.
Oh.
Ike, Skye, what are we doing? Actually, generally, what is our plan? Are we staying here
Body.
if this comes to
You're on
worst?
body duty, Lorik.
All right. I'm gonna go deal with Lorik then.
Yeah, I know that I'm like real weak and stuff, but given the current circumstances, I feel like maybe this isn't the best place for me to be.
I agree, actually. We should go and make our way.
Before I mute the chat, Theriac,
Yes.
don't mention me.
I'm assuming not mention Scrap or Hive
Yeah, don't do
or any
that.
other member with men.
So I should only speak of.
No, I just don't want to be involved in the hierarchy of the Wild Times capitalistic society, Azhaam.
Okay, we'll just.
So I should only speak of myself and Azhaam.
I mean, I'm muting us now. Bye.
That's all right.
All right. Okay.
I'm assuming it means the line is still open enough that they can hear it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it means we can talk about Aiga as much as we like.
That's fine.
It's a text that comes through.
Just a single text.
Yeah. It's in the really small font. That's fine.
I shoved my phone in a pocket where it peeks up enough so the speaker doesn't get drowned.
Okay.
All right.
What is wrong with me? I used to be so good at being dishonest.
Ding. The elevator's doors open onto this grand room. Huge penthouse. There's a fire. There's like a sitting pit. There is a TV, huge, like half of the wall, that has some random sitcom on it. A broad man, balding, head shaved to enough to show the fact that they are balding quite quick, but they have a little bit of hair there. In a what is essentially a bathrobe that's done up. Theriac! Oh my god. I did not think that I would see you again. I hope your holiday was good. Everyone who can hear, this is the same voice as the mascot.
On a scale from like 1 to 11, how hot is he?
He has an aura.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solid 7.
Solid 7.
Do I recognize the voice?
Nope.
Okay.
Wild, it's good to see you again.
I heard that you came, and stopped by the fucking bunch of suits that we have. But I'm so glad to see you again. And your friend?
This is my friend Azhaam.
Hello. How y'all doing?
Hello.
It's nice to meet you.
Um,
Do you want a drink? Can I get you a drink? Come on,
No,
I'll get you all a drink.
okay.
Opens
I
up
look
a
at Theriac
mini
just
fridge.
utterly shocked. He's got a quite forceful personality, yeah?
He's very charismatic. I told you.
I mean, this is more than that. You can barely speak a word in his presence without getting flustered.
Now, I'm excited to hear about why you left us with on opening week with no knowledge of where you went. I'm stoked as hell to hear all about that. But first, let's have a drink. It's good to see you back, pal.
Thank you. And at the mention of disappearing without a trace, Theriac just palms the full like glass with like an iron grip.
Oh, you seem tense. And you picked up some new friends. That's exciting.
Yes.
I surreptitiously fill Theriac's glass with my glass because I don't drink.
So, first of all, I did send out an email, to everyone on the board and in upper management, stating why I would be gone. I was actually collecting a specimen, of Leviathan's Eye.
Oh.
Collection. It's I know that we were looking into expanding our menagerie. I know that we have the saga exhibit, obviously, with a lot of the funding that they wanted to bring about they want to bring in people from saga to Adun, but we managed to actually capture some of the parasitic slugs, the mollusks that now roam Leviathan's Eye. We collected 2, and they are now in collections. So,
well, very good. Look at you out doing field work, just like what we used to do. It's nice to see that passion hasn't died out with all the corporate stooging that has been happening around here.
So you're aware of corporate stooging?
Oh, let me tell you, my friend, I do not have a mind for business. I can talk people into doing it for me, but I am not a fan of it myself. I've never been a fan of big corporations like this, but I tell you what, the money ain't half bad, so I'll deal with it from day to day.
Hold on. Theriac. Wilde. You two signed up together.
Mm-hmm.
Without one of you actually being business-minded?
Well, the point of being business-minded is I'm of the mind that we can get other people to do it for us. So we did. Theriac is the mind behind everything. I'm just the person to pick things up. I get us where we need to be. I'm the driver. Theriac is the navigator. I drive us to the destination. Theriac tells us where we're going. But this park has come quite a long way since from the initial idea of what it was going to be. Quite a lot more money in it, too.
Yes. We wanted to talk to you about something that was a little disconcerting. I believe an attempt was made on my life.
Oh dear. So we're just jumping right into it, yeah?
I don't see why not.
That's fair.
By who?
I don't know. But what had happened was, you know Lorik from
I'm aware.
the meeting.
Yep.
Finance. Lorik sent me a written note in my laboratory, stating that he suspected something was afoot amongst the board, and asked me to meet with him at a designated location. Obviously aware of what that might entail, especially did not want to go alone, so I brought the rest of the crew, who I traveled to Leviathan's Eye with, which included Azhaam, to meet him. And very soon after we met there at the location, he was shot. And I'm sure you're familiar with the ray, the enlarging and shrinking ray that we have in.
Oh yeah, I heard something about it.
that was used on us, and made us small. We were able to manage to get ourselves back to regular size. But one of our team members found and pulls out the card. Found this inside of the bullet that was used to shoot Lorik.
Give me that. Hand it over.
Wait,
Oh,
hold on.
you do have both.
You're both okay.
Oh wait, no, you don't have the consciousness chip. Actually, no, you don't. The SD card that was given to you was the one from the rat.
Oh. Retcon.
Yeah.
I'll re-record it too, just for the podcast.
Hey.
One of our team members was able to. Part of our crew encountered a cybernetically altered rodent that we use in our testing facility sometimes. Are you familiar?
Not really, no. But
All right.
go on.
But it was implanted, and it had attached to it some sort of video feed functionality in the implant, and contained this card.
Hand it over. Theriac, hand that over.
Hands it over.
Quickly takes it from you. Looks it over. And is there any connection between this and the attempt on your life?
I'm honestly not sure, but to my understanding, the purpose of the rodents was for the purposes of recording advertisement video from a worm's eye perspective throughout the exhibits to use in publication. It was largely from feeds. It was Feed's idea to do so, since we already had the testing rodents.
He turns and like walks off into another room. It's like a. Although they walk off, you are very much like in their house now, so you could follow if you want to follow him. But he does. He walks off into another room. Opens up a door to a very nice, what seems like office, and turns on the desk, which has a screen, holographic screen like rays from it, and puts the SD card in. Now, he looks up at you, Azhaam, eyes you for a second, and then looks back down. I hear you've been getting into quite a lot of adventures whilst you haven't been here. Are you sure the attempt on your life was related to the park?
Well, it could either be that or a one-time accidental association with the void. But I'm figuring it's probably park-related. I look very closely the moment I mention the word void for a reaction from Mr. Wilde, and I would like to do a sense motive check.
You go for it.
A genetically modified 20.
They don't react, but in a way that reads, they already know that you know.
How many microphones do you have in that lift?
The lift, I ain't got none. I keep myself to myself most times, but I had a sneaking suspicion when I saw you and Doctor yourself stepping off of a pretty hunk of junk, shit-rattled ship with a young girl, another rat, and type something on the computer. And this person turns the screen toward you.
It's holographic, right?
It's holographic, but it's like
I
a
can't see
physical
it.
hologram. I think. And there
Wait.
is-
I just had a real big brain blast. I'm so sorry. This is a big reveal, I'm sure.
Please go for it.
In my brain, the hologram aspect is not just light. It's little like magnetic balls that are like hover and then light up. So then people who can't see color or light, like
Are
we can,
still
like
able
Azhaam,
to piece
they can
together.
still see it. Yes.
Yeah.
It's like
Like nanobots?
what was that?
Like nanobots?
Like I was gonna say, you know those little boxes with the beads in them, and you put your face in it.
Or like the inside of an Etch-a-Sketch.
Yes.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, okay.
I like how we're coming up with assistive devices.
Yeah. Assistive device, yeah.
Sci-fi should be accessible to everybody.
It should be. Exactly. Progress. They turn this screen around. And there is a short email that leads to a picture. It's from an unknown email address. And has the words bounty alive, and it has 500,000 credits. And below is a picture from Weymouth School for the Young and Gifted, and is a picture of Ige, the little school pass. Stepped off the ship with this person, didn't you? Now,
Well,
I
I
heard
hope-
that you took an awful lot of money. Did you really think
I-
that wouldn't come bite you in the ass?
I sincerely hope you're not planning on collecting the bounty on our dear friend Ike. I say that so the microphone can hear it.
My friend, 500,000 credits is pocket change to what we make here. And, I'm a little indebted to Theriac is all. So, no, I won't be. Because if I was gonna, I think all of you would already be dead. Now, I'm not saying that this attempt on your life has anything to do with this. It might have stuff to do with the park. I just want you to know. Lorik, bless him, that's a shame. It's hard to find a good finance person around. But that seems like a weird casualty. To me.
To be frank, a friend and I were thinking that maybe Lorik wasn't an intended casualty at all. It was an automatic turret that fired at Lorik, and when it did, it fired a bullet with a small chip. A kind that can upload a consciousness into a different device.
Jesus! That is high tech. Those
That's
are hard to
not
find.
something we would readily have available on
No.
the property. I didn't
No.
think so. No.
Not for my knowledge. I have no idea why we would have one of that on the property at all.
Would a person of Lorik's means be able to acquire one for himself?
Lorik probably could, but I don't know why Lorik would want to do that. It's not a pleasant experience getting shot in the head and having your consciousness uploaded, as far as I'm aware. I don't know why they do it to themselves. Doesn't seem
Wait.
smart at all.
When did I say shot in the head? I just said shot.
A consciousness chip has to be shot in the head, else it won't work.
I had no idea. Excuse me. I'm a naturally suspicious person.
I understand.
Well, I I'm just a bit flabbergasted still. Forgive me.
It's alright. I will say, for the small amount that it's worth, there is the void. There is, of course, the Heth. There's a lot of dangers in this galaxy, and Theriac, I do have to be honest, business is, especially at this level, probably one of the most dangerous that you could get yourself in. So if it is what you think, and this is an attempt on your life from Wild Times, it's almost definitely one of the board doing it. Or who knows, maybe someone else who wants to get in or out.
Would you allow me another sense-motive check?
Yeah,
I
go
want
for
to
it.
see how truthful... Are we being strung along? Is he being truthful? Is he scared? Only 15 this time.
As someone who has been in a lot of very dangerous situations, you actually in particular understand that after a while you get numb to danger, especially at this level. You also know that Wilde isn't worried at all. Almost like they're not involved in this. So they just seem to be giving information freely. What they know, and they don't seem to know a lot, to be fair.
Not very... Both not worried enough to be the culprit, but also not worried enough to be a friend concerned about Theriac's safety.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Well, they're concerned a little bit, as they are actually helping. There's no reason why they would ever need to say that Ig, like, tell the bounty on Ig. That actually actively goes against a lot of the things that would be useful for them, so they do seem to be helping. But this is definitely your situation. I'm giving you this. I'm not involved.
Right. Would you be at all against I don't know, interrogations of the other board members, investigations? Would that be too far?
Hey, if I sit here and I get on with my day. I'm very hands off. If you want to go investigate and interrogate the other board members, as long as there are people filling those seats when you leave to do whatever you're doing and this park is still running, I don't give a shit what you do.
Or would you be willing to back Theriac up?
In combat? Probably not.
If if other members of the board start playing coy and say they won't participate in the investigation, would you be willing to step in and put a foot down?
Force them to tell you what they know? Yeah. People ain't playing along.
And if it comes down between a choice between the board as it is, or Theriac, who'd you back?
There's a lot of questions with a lot of unknowns being thrown around. Theriac, your friend here clearly likes you very, very much. Or has just a weirdly strong sense of morals, I haven't quite decided. You helped me here, and you helped me a lot. I am living very pretty off what you have set up here. So, I ain't saying I'm gonna have anyone's back, but the board are just the board. We can find new people to sit in chairs. You're the one who set this whole place up.
All right. Well, I will personally message you as to what the next steps are when that's decided. I do greatly appreciate your input, and I don't expect you to participate in any way besides should there be any resistance to cooperate. That's all I ask. I deeply appreciate your help.
I appreciate that. Isn't this the second board member to go missing? Didn't the other one go on holiday?
That's what we were afraid of, was that Kisscap went on holiday. Perhaps to the Gardens of Sativam.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's say that someone's going around and picking off board members. Now, if it isn't you, I have a feeling that the rest of the board would be quite open to talking.
I suppose we'll see.
I suppose we will. Well, first, moves the screen back round to them. Clicks. Does some typing. Pulls up the SD card. And there are hundreds of hours of footage on this SD card, segmented off into days. The last day, the most recent recording, is of Azhaam, Ige, and Scrap calming the rat, and then taking the SD card out. They scroll back to the first. Now, I ain't saying that anything is going to come of it, but if you have basically a recording of the underworkings of Wild Times, that might be pretty useful to scrub through.
Probably, yes. Sometimes the clear answer is not the one you seek out first.
No, I understand. Well, you could use my desk for the time. I'm going to be up for like another hour or two, so you can use it. Or I'm sure you have a personal device which you can watch the files on.
I wouldn't want to solicit any further than I already have, so. But, yes. And we'll stand out a hand for the card.
They remove the card and then hand it back to you. Well, best of luck, the Theriac. I hope we don't have to meet again. To you, as Theriac, you're always welcome here.
I appreciate that. Well, expect a message soon, I suppose. And then we'll finish the rest of the drink.
Which is double because it's also Azhaam's.
Yeah. A nice double shot.
A nice double shot for a
tiny
tiny
little
garlic.
bulb with a cracked peel. Oh yeah, that whole time had the cracked peel like all across the face.
Yes, of course.
All right. Thank you again for the drink. I appreciate that. I appreciate you very much. You're very nice.
Thank you. You too, you're very smart. Alright, get out.
If I may be impertinent and bold, while everyone's complimenting each other, why Wilde?
Well, before this was Wild Times the park. This was just Wild Times the facility. They used to bring upper deckers here. It was just a housing place. And I was brought to take out one of those upper deckers. I did so, and it's not as easy to get off this planet as it is to get on, so. Started being cleanup crew. Just kind of got stuck here. But now look at me. And gestures to the window next to their office, which is overlooking this like whole theme park. Ain't done too bad for myself.
Seems a bit lonely, though.
Azhaam.
I don't know. If you're with yourself and your own thoughts, you're never really lonely. Only sad men say that.
Only sad men do. And I follow Theriac.
You both leave. Now, Skye, and Scrap has all heard this conversation, for the most part.
I'm so sorry.
Well, it's fine. He doesn't seem to want to do anything about that. We will just have to deal with the rest of Void.
It's actually really lucky that you guys have met 4 Void members, and they've all been chill, actually.
Yeah.
It's great odds.
Right. Well, school definitely
No, yeah, school and track,
Wants-
they suck. Yeah.
wants
I
us
forgot
dead,
that.
but they were sort of not working at full capacity at the time that we met them. So
And your capture thing says alive and not dead. So
Wait, why do they want you alive? I thought it was because you took the race money. Do you have
Oh.
something of theirs, or?
No.
I mean,
Well, I didn't want them to be able to find Dr. Theriac because Dr. Theriac was very nervous about being captured on film and the publicity and things because of, I don't know, I didn't know why at the time, but now I guess it's coming together. And so I did the thing that I do sometimes with computers, and sometimes, most of the time when people find out about that, they are put off for various reasons, but then sometimes people,
Want to use you?
right, so maybe me doing that is why they don't want me dead.
That's not gonna happen.
Well, I'll be alive, so
There are things worse than dying. Like, it's not gonna happen. So we don't need to worry about that right now. How about we go find a dead body?
let's, yes.
alright. Okay, fuck. Skye, can you unmute us? To the other two.
Are we good to unmute?
What's the plan? What are we doing? We're gonna go do the body. What are you two doing now? Do we need a meeting?
I think a meeting would be beneficial.
I'm thinking
That's
maybe
good.
Wild Times might deal with the body themselves. Do we maybe want to go meet up at Theriac's place?
Oh, yes. You should come to my residency at Raven's Roost.
Want to text
Okay.
the address?
Check where the body was just in case. And then we can meet if
I can run and check on the body, and I can come meet you all.
And
I can go
text
twice as
Pedro.
fast as you.
You are
You-
very ill.
Need to take it easy unless there is an emergency. We need you in fighting shape. Just in case.
Do you know
Theriac,
how-
you got a couch, right?
Oh, assuredly.
The way you said that made me immediately picture Theriac's apartment as just couches.
Oh, I got
many
couches.
I got couches.
Oh,
You
Theriac
haven't even
couches.
seen a real couch before.
Theriac doesn't have an apartment. It's just a department store with that sells couches. It's just.
It's just the furniture section of Home Depot. That's it.
Yeah.
I gently cover the microphone. When you say you have couch, do you have a couch for? Am I gonna break your furniture?
No,
Okay.
no. My furniture is designed for people even larger and heavier than you are,
Yeah, good. Because I could use it.
and you will not need to worry about the ceiling either.
Hey, Azhaam, we really need to teach you how to mute your communicator, because that doesn't work. But we definitely heard all of that. It was just like a little muffled.
It's all right.
I cover the microphone again. It just makes me feel better. That's what's important.
I-
And then I'd cover
I understand.
Well, I know a lot of people and drugs make them feel better, so I don't know if that's the best ideology to have, but okay.
Anyway, let's
Let's
meet
go.
up.
Let's meet up.
Yes.
I'm gonna go deal with the body. I'm gonna go make sure it's still there. Everyone go meet it back up at Theriac's.
Okay, and
Okay.
are you gonna be okay, Scrap?
Yeah. I've
Okay, I want you
I've
home by
buried-
11.
buried 1,000 bodies. It's already 1. I can assure you I'll be back by 11.
Okay.
All right.
I want messages throughout the night. please, and thank you.
I will stick to my phone.
All right, I'm gonna take the bag off my IV and I'm just gonna stick it in my pants. Say, let's go.
The three of you leave the med bay. Skye's records are like completely wiped out. Scrap breaks off when you leave, and you two make it onto the monorail. Azhaam, Theriac, you go down the elevator, cross to another. Has the same, well, howdy there. Where would you like to go? You swipe your card. The doors open. No checking because it's your room. In about half an hour, everyone manages to make it to Theriac's apartment. Theriac, would you like to describe what your apartment looks like?
Oh, baby. So, so Wilde lives at the very, very top of Raven's Roost. So he has a full view of the entire facility, top to bottom. Theriac is at the very bottom of Raven's Roost, below ground level, and actually extends outward into the sea. It is a domed domicile
that's built in conjunction to the reef without destroying it, so it like bends around where the reef is. Even at night, it's fairly active with nocturnal fish, and you can even see like sharks and other aquatic life sort of swimming around, some baby turtles. It is spacious. It is extremely tall, considering it's an underwater area, and it seems large enough to even house some of the bigger animals at wild times. There's an entertainment system. There's a very large computer setup with like a 15-foot screen and like lots of little screens on the side. Big old swivel chair, a nice bed, couches, kitchenette, dining area.
Like a wild amount of couches. Too many couches.
There's like 5 couches.
A lot of couches.
And the lights are actually bioluminescent. So that's Theriac's place.
Nice.
Azhaam wanders straight in. Rolls up a pillow into the shape of a cylinder, tucks it behind his horns, and lies down on the couch with an audible groan.
No, Dr. Theriac's apartment. I think it took us to the Lido deck instead.
No, you're at the right place.
I like the lights. That's nifty.
You live here?
This is where I live when I'm not at the lab.
This is so dope. I almost said wild. That is an amazing computer setup, dude.
It runs YNet like nothing else.
Don't take this the wrong way, yeah? You are exorbitantly rich.
Not true. I'm not rich. They were just
This-
very, very kind with furnishing.
This is rich.
Theriac,
This is
if this
rich.
isn't rich,
I have none of the money. I paid for none of this. My checks are, compared to Wilde's, quite small. Even compared to the other board members.
Why is that?
I donate a large amount of my income to actual conservation research.
Oh,
I mean, it
Of
probably
course.
helps that you don't have to pay for this place, right? You probably got lots left over to donate to conservation research.
It's true.
Is, hey, I take the IV bag out of my pants. Do you have like a
Oh my lord!
lamp or
You
something
have
I
to. It has to be elevated so that it can drip down. It's a drip IV. Oh, hold
why I was
on.
a little lightheaded.
Runs over to the closet, pulls out a closet rack, and just hangs it up.
Thank
Yeah,
you. It's on like a coat hanger.
it's just on a coat hanger.
I'm gonna lie down in the closet.
okay.
Oh wait, can I?
Jeez.
As you're walking away, small garlic bulb. I'd like to just tug on your lab coat.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Get out of here. I need to catch my Z's.
I think we've all had a long night.
I'm going to set up just extra security measures before we go to bed, just to make sure. That we can finally get some rest.
That does sound like a very good idea. Very smart.
I'm
There's,
already
Oh.
asleep.
I
there's
did
a slight
lie.
tearing sound as a little shift in his sleep causes one of his horns to slightly rip the couch. He's already fast asleep too.
That's fine. We can stitch it up. Oh, I almost forgot. We can pull out. These aren't couches; they're futons. And then we'll like pull out the bottom, and it like extends outward. For you. Ike.
Thank you. Okay.
Welcome.
Um.
Are you all right?
Oh. I'm so sorry. I don't want this audio to be compiled with the noise upstairs.
That's fine. Would you rather I jump to scrap real quick?
Yes.
Does scrap come through the door?
Yeah, you all get a text saying, body's still there. People haven't seemed to notice it yet. Come back? Question mark.
Come to Raven's Roost. Come to bottom floor. My domicile.
After about 40 minutes, 50 minutes, there's a ding, and Scrap's like, holy moly, good lord, what are we in a comic book lair here? Feel like we're gonna summon the galaxy's greatest superheroes.
Who knows? We could be. I'm actually not very familiar with comics.
Oh, Skye is. She talks my ear off about him a lot, but not the ones with superheroes, mainly the barbarian kind. And everyone does seem to be asleep. So, I guess we're turning in for the night.
Yes, I'm going to be setting up extra security measures to ensure that we aren't perturbed in our sleep. We can get some actual full rest.
Nice.
Hmm?
I do want to just say, I know that this is a must be very scary situation, and I know that you want to stay here, or I don't know if those plans have changed, but you do always have a seat on the Patchwork. You know that, right? If you want to just get up and get out of here and try to fly away from all this mess, we will always have your back.
I appreciate that, Scrap. I would be lying if I said the past 24 hours haven't made me deeply reconsider. I thought coming back would be a relief, and it's been nothing like that.
All right. Well, come on. We've had a rough day, so we'll sleep, and then we'll get that meeting. Okay.
All right.
All right. They like pat you on the back as they walk off.
Yes. We're going to Ig.
Yeah.
Are you all right? I know I didn't understand the cool bounty thing, but are you okay?
Oh, that's quite low on my list of worries right now, actually.
A bounty for you for 500,000 credits is not at the top of your list?
Not right this moment, no. Theriac, I'm very sorry about Lorik, and I don't know if I made a very good decision. And
Regarding what?
well, I found that chip thing in the bullet. It was sending some data somewhere, and I became very afraid that that was going to put you in more danger somehow, or all of us, maybe. And I didn't really understand what it was, so I stopped it from sending that data. But now I'm worried that I'm the one who effectively ended his life.
What?
The data on the chip is like uploading someone's consciousness. That's what Scrap said.
And you're saying that you killed him by preventing that from completing its designated task?
That's well, that's what Scrap and Azhaam have basically been saying is what happened.
If Laura, okay, first of all, shooting yourself in the head with a bullet that's designed to upload your consciousness to a cloud, it's pretty bonkers.
Right. Well, okay, that is fair.
You agree with that posit, yes? Would you also agree that in doing so, he understood that by shooting himself in the head, in the cranium, he risked dying?
I suppose. But then... I suppose. I just wish I hadn't made that decision.
No, I understand. I understand that it's in the moment it's morally complex. Yes. And that taking a life is not easy. No, never is. Never should be.
She reaches a hand out on Theriac's arm, quite gently. Theriac, are you okay?
I'm very, very stressed. I really thought coming back here would just be turning back to the laboratory and continuing more maintenance of the park and exhibit planning, and I wanted to show you, we have a saga exhibit.
Oh,
Uh,
I would like to see that when we figure out how to make this safe again.
yes, when it's safe.
Hmm.
But I'm glad that I'm glad you're here.
Oh, well, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad you're not alone right now. I wouldn't want that at all.
I don't think I'd want it either.
That's good.
Theriac will use their hand and grasp Ike's and just kind of squeeze it.
We should get some rest. I think we're going to have quite a bit more to figure out tomorrow.
Yes, very much so. I will leave you to your cycles.
I'll talk to you in the morning.
Yes. See you in the morning. And then Theriac goes to the big ass computer that faces away from all the beds so that no one else has to deal with the glare of the blue light while they're sleeping. And works on maximizing security for the night.
And as everyone drifts off with conspiracies afoot, possible new allies, there's a lot of danger on every turn. We're going to call our session there, gang. Thank y'all so much for being with us today. I appreciate it so much. What a very short session, because spoilers, we recorded the previous session literally just before this one. So we're all hopped up on that storytelling vibe. Thank you guys so much for joining us here today. let's us have a break, run away, and then we can do socials, or we can do socials now. Either one.
You socials now.
Do socials
Yeah,
now.
let's wrap it up.
Yeah, fuck it.
Real quick.
Thank you guys so much for joining us here today. I'm Matt, Captain Crow. I'm Captain Crow on all things. I edit this. If you like this episode, you're like, oh, hell yeah, I'd love to hear this again, but maybe with music in the background and, like, spooky little noises, then fucking keep your ear out for the podcast, which is going to be next week, which is the week after this. I also stream Monday to Thursdays over on Captain Crow, which is my Twitch channel. I also tweet at Matthew Edward. Anyway, that's me. Someone go take it, pick it up.
Hi, I am Dylan. I'm Super Dylan everywhere on the internet. I go by she, he, and they pronouns, and I make games and then I play them. Here, sometimes on Total Party Kiss, and the Doctor Who Many Hearts Project on Monday nights, and that's it. Goodbye.
Wonderful.
And the next.
Go on next.
Hello, my name is Momo O'Brien. You can find me everywhere at Momo_O'Brien. This light is making me look like a dead wife in a movie.
You're so beautiful.
And thank you. And I make content about immersive experiences.
Beautiful. Perfect. Andre, would you like to go next?
Yeah, my name is Andre. You can find me at Andre Vera Art on Instagram and Twitter, as well as on my website, andrevera.art. You can see my illustration portfolio, as well as many of the actual plays that I'm on, including Atomless, Tragedy, Power Rangers, Redline, Unicorn Hunt, and also check my social media if my commissions are open.
Hell yeah.
I believe that leaves us to be wrapped up with me. Hello, my name is Noidine Likadir. My pronouns are him. You can catch me online at Werewolf Fields, practically everywhere werewolves are found, especially in the wild. Just call out my name and you shall find me. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm on Tablegoth right now playing a Hunter the Reckoning game, which is wild because Shahid's a very different character, but no less as scary and dangerous as Azhaam is. If you check out my socials, you'll find a link to all the things and see all the other shows that I've been in. There's a large one. Otherwise, I can't wait to see you next time, because it's been a while, and I've missed you.
Yeah. And I hope the next time we fly through the Atomless Sea, I hope you are there to fly with us. Thank you so much, gamers. Oh,